Dear Sagittarius, today's tarot reading carries a message that feels almost impossible to ignore. If you've recently felt restless, as though your heart has been quietly whispering that something much bigger is waiting for you, then trust that feeling. It isn't your imagination. The universe has been preparing an important turning point in your life, and today the cards arrive to help you recognize it before. You've always been someone who dreams beyond ordinary limits. These words don't simply describe your personality. They describe your soul. Yet recently, something has felt different. Perhaps you've questioned whether you've lost your direction. Maybe responsibilities have made life feel repetitive. Maybe you've become tired of waiting for opportunities that never seem to arrive. Or perhaps you've begun wondering whether your greatest adventures are already behind you. The universe smiles gently today because nothing could be further from the truth. This is one of the most exciting cards Sagittarius could possibly receive. The Fool represents fresh beginnings, new adventures, unexpected opportunities, faith, and the courage to step into the unknown. The universe is inviting you to start again, not because you've failed, but because you've outgrown the life you've been living. Sometimes we remain attached to situations simply because they feel familiar. But familiar doesn't always mean fulfilling. The Fool asks you one simple question. What would you do if fear no longer controlled your decisions? Take a moment to answer honestly. Would you travel? Would you change careers? Would you finally begin that business? Would you tell someone how you truly feel? Would you believe in yourself more than you currently do? Today's reading reminds you that your future belongs to the version of you who chooses courage over comfort. The second card appearing today is the Chariot. Momentum is returning. For weeks, or perhaps even months, you felt like life has been moving slower than expected. You've worked hard. You've stayed optimistic. Yet visible progress sometimes felt frustratingly delayed. Today the Chariot changes everything. The wheels begin moving again. Obstacles that once seemed impossible suddenly become manageable. Situations that felt completely stuck begin opening naturally. The universe reminds you that success isn't only about moving quickly. It's about moving in the right direction. And today, your direction becomes much clearer. The only thing you must avoid is doubting yourself. Once you decide where you're going, do not look backward. The third card revealed today is the Wheel of Fortune. Destiny itself begins moving in your favor. Unexpected opportunities may appear from places you've never considered. Someone important may contact you. An invitation could arrive. Travel opportunities become possible. Financial improvement may unexpectedly appear. Or a single conversation could completely redirect your future. Nothing that happens today should be dismissed as coincidence. Every encounter matters. Every decision matters. The universe often hides miracles inside ordinary moments. Remain open. Remain curious. Your next breakthrough may arrive disguised as a simple opportunity. When it comes to love, today's tarot reveals the Lovers. This beautiful card carries powerful emotional energy. If you're already in a relationship, today encourages emotional honesty. Sagittarius naturally enjoys freedom. Sometimes you've hidden deeper emotions simply because vulnerability felt uncomfortable. Today, speak openly. Your relationship becomes stronger every time honesty replaces silence. Don't assume your partner already knows how you feel. Tell them. Show them. Small moments of sincerity today have the power to strengthen your bond for years to come. If you're single, today's energy becomes incredibly exciting. Someone may unexpectedly enter your life whose energy feels refreshing, adventurous, and deeply inspiring. This connection won't simply be about attraction. It will challenge you to become an even better version of yourself. Take your time. Allow trust to develop naturally. Sometimes the greatest love stories begin with genuine friendship. Professionally, today's tarot reveals the Emperor. Your leadership qualities become impossible to ignore. People admire your confidence, your optimism, your ability to motivate others. If you've been thinking about launching a business, accepting greater responsibility, changing careers, moving abroad, today the universe says, stop waiting. You've already prepared yourself far more than you realize. Trust your experience. Trust your instincts. Trust your ability to adapt. Success belongs to those willing to take the first step. Financially, today's tarot reveals the Ace of Pentacles. A completely new financial chapter begins opening. Unexpected income, business opportunities, career growth, investments, or additional sources of income may suddenly appear. The universe reminds you, however, to remain disciplined. Excitement should never replace careful planning. Think long-term. Everything you're building now has the potential to create lasting abundance rather than temporary success. Health receives encouraging energy through strength. Physically, your vitality remains strong. Emotionally, however, you've been carrying more stress than you usually admit. Sagittarius often laughs through difficult moments. You naturally encourage everyone around you. But who encourages you today? Encourage yourself. Rest. Exercise. Spend time outdoors. Reconnect with nature. Adventure doesn't always require traveling across the world. Sometimes peace begins with a quiet walk beneath an open sky. Your spirit has been craving freedom. Listen to it. Health receives beautiful support today through strength, reminding you that even the most adventurous soul needs moments of stillness. Sagittarius, you've always been someone who keeps moving. You chase new goals, new experiences, new ideas, and new dreams. But lately, you've been moving so quickly that you've forgotten to ask yourself one simple question. Am I truly happy? Or am I simply staying busy? There is a difference. Sometimes we fill every hour of the day because slowing down would force us to face emotions we've been trying to avoid. The universe doesn't want you to run from yourself anymore. Today, slow down. Take a deep breath. Step outside if possible. Feel the sunlight. Listen to the wind. Watch the sky without thinking about tomorrow for just a few moments. Your body has been asking for balance. Your mind has been overloaded. Your spirit has been longing for peace. Remember, rest is not the opposite of success. Rest is part of success. The clearer your mind becomes, the more powerful your next decision will be. Family life receives one of the warmest cards in today's reading, the Ten of Cups. This card represents harmony, unconditional love, emotional fulfillment, and lasting happiness. Recently, you may have felt emotionally distant from someone close. Not because love disappeared, but because life became too busy. Responsibilities, work, stress, travel, personal goals. All of these things sometimes quietly separate people without anyone noticing. Today begins changing that. Meaningful conversations become easier. Laughter returns. Someone close to you may unexpectedly remind you just how deeply you are loved. A family member could bring exciting news. Or perhaps you'll simply enjoy peaceful moments together that heal old emotional wounds. Never underestimate the value of simple memories. Years from now, the conversations happening today may become the moments you treasure most. The universe reminds you that no adventure in the world feels complete unless you have people waiting to celebrate your return. Spiritually, today's reading becomes even more extraordinary as the High Priestess appears. This card confirms something you've already been feeling deep inside. Your intuition has become incredibly powerful. Perhaps you've noticed repeating numbers, unusual dreams, powerful coincidences, or sudden feelings that seemed impossible to explain. These are not random. The universe has been communicating with you. Your soul has become more aware than ever before. Sagittarius naturally searches for truth. Today, that truth isn't somewhere far away. It already lives inside you. Trust those quiet feelings. Trust your instincts. Sometimes your heart recognizes opportunities long before your mind understands them. Don't ignore the signs simply because they cannot be logically explained. The next card revealed today is Judgment. This card carries one of today's most emotional messages. The universe asks you to forgive yourself. You've spent too much time looking backward, thinking about opportunities you didn't take, people you trusted, mistakes you made, dreams that didn't happen exactly the way you expected. But today, everything changes. You're no longer that version of yourself. Life has transformed you. Every disappointment taught you wisdom. Every failure taught you resilience. Every goodbye prepared you for someone better. Stop allowing yesterday's regrets to steal tomorrow's happiness. Your future deserves a version of you that believes in new beginnings, not old disappointments. Judgment also symbolizes awakening. Today you begin recognizing your own value in a completely different way. You no longer chase validation. You no longer need everyone to understand your dreams, because finally, you understand them yourself. That confidence changes everything. Finally, the last card revealed today is the World. This is one of the most extraordinary cards in the tarot. It represents completion, success, achievement, dreams becoming reality, and the beginning of a life that feels completely different from everything you've known before. The World confirms that one important chapter is ending. Not because you've failed, because you've graduated. You've learned everything this chapter came to teach you. Now, life prepares to open entirely new doors. Perhaps you've been dreaming about traveling, changing careers, building your own business, meeting your soulmate, finding financial freedom, or simply waking up every morning feeling excited about life again. The universe smiles today because those dreams are no longer impossible. They're becoming inevitable. Everything you've experienced has been leading you toward this exact moment. Nothing has been wasted. Every difficult lesson, every sacrifice, every disappointment, every lonely night, every silent prayer, has quietly prepared you for the life that now begins unfolding. August 3rd, 2026, is far more than another ordinary day. It marks the beginning of freedom, greater abundance, emotional healing, powerful opportunities, spiritual growth, and the kind of happiness you've been patiently searching for. The tarot has delivered its message. The universe has spoken directly to your soul. Now, trust yourself. Trust your journey. Trust every lesson life has taught you. Walk confidently toward your future. Stop doubting your abilities. Stop questioning your worth. Stop waiting for permission to become the person you've always dreamed of being. Because, dear Sagittarius, your greatest adventure isn't behind you. It isn't happening somewhere else. It isn't waiting for another year. It begins now. The doors you've been praying would finally open are already unlocking. The opportunities you've imagined are already moving toward you. The life you've always believed was possible is finally beginning to believe in you. Walk forward without fear. Smile with confidence. Dream without limits. Because this time, the universe isn't asking you to keep searching. It's asking you to receive everything you've spent so many years preparing for.